So I do deadlift.
Yeah, you do deadlift, bend row, drag curl, and then
Drag curl.
calf raises.
Yeah.
That should be
Well,
the order.
sometimes I do calf raises and give my biceps a break, and then I go for it. And before back and forth.
Deadlift definitely should be done without shoes, especially without those shoes.
Oh, okay, no problem.
You want to be as flat as possible with your feet,
I did not know that.
right? Unless you got Chuck Taylors, the flat kind. That you could deadlift in those.
Okay.
But you shouldn't lift, especially in tennis shoes that are heeled. Why? Because the sponge compresses, and one side will compress more than the other, and it's just gonna throw it off. You would either have to have lifting shoes, because at least the heel on lifting shoes is a solid heel. It doesn't compress at different levels. It's made to be, for lifting, so you're balanced. Because if not, tennis shoes have one part might be like, it'll sink more than the other. It's just gonna throw it off. Plus, for deadlift, you definitely want to be flat as possible. Yeah. You don't want to be here. You don't want to be in any kind of. You want to be flat with your feet, not lifted or tilted higher on one side. All right. So now we're gonna have some fun because I consider deadlift the most fun exercise.
I like them all.
Yeah. Depending on who's training, they want to use a soft bar. Ladies want a soft bar. They don't want to do. You've never used shock before? You use shock for your deadlifting?
No. I sometimes use wood gloves.
Okay, definitely take yourself shock. That makes a huge difference. You're gonna notice that the shock makes all of a sudden, wow, I could actually grab this bar and actually hold on to it. First, we're gonna test something, just so that you can see. Just so I can see how you're moving. And you say you use the dark gray?
Oh, let's go light gray.
Let's do light gray.
Yeah. Came back from vacation. I didn't work out as much.
We'll use the light gray.
Especially with that thing.
Yeah.
Because it makes a difference.
But first, we're gonna test something so that you can see it.
Okay.
We're gonna do this horrible band. Because what I want to see is how you actually pull on your actual heavy load, whether you try to get out of your, in other words, lose your form.
Oh, okay.
Because one thing is to pull with light, one thing is to pull with heavy. This is the heaviest band you're going to find, because this is not even an elite band, this is the number 7 band, which, like, if you stick this in here, it doesn't fit. The new plate, you see this is the new plate, it actually fits it, because it's so wide that the elite band is like up to here. This thing is so wide that it doesn't let it fit inside the foot, or it didn't let it fit inside the foot plate before.
My black band's still in the wrapper.
Still in the wrapper? Yeah.
Well, you don't have the right form, you're gonna get hurt.
Exactly.
I gotta be careful, especially with the back.
So all we're gonna do, right? All you're gonna do is when you pull it, is you're gonna feel it. I'm not telling you to stand up completely. I'm telling you to feel how that feels and stay in the right position to pull, right? I'm not telling you you're gonna pull it all the way up.
No.
Okay, you see right there the bucket?
Yeah.
Put some powder in your hands so you could actually grip the bar. And this isn't from right
Where
here.
do you get this stuff?
Amazon, anywhere.
Oh,
Put a lifting shock. It's gonna make it feel a lot better. All right, so stand over here so you can see. What you want to do is whenever you're lifting, right, or whenever you're grabbing for deadlift, you want to grab here. You see how I'm rotating my instead of grabbing like this, because that's grabbing with your fingers.
Yeah.
Right. You need it to have in the palm of your hand.
Right.
So I'm gonna grab with my palm, grab with my palm. Now I'm gonna squeeze and set my lats. You see how my lats, how I'm turning my elbows in?
Okay.
Lats are set. Pull tight, like that. Squeeze, pull up. All right. Now, the advantage here is that this band is 41 inches, right? So you're starting it like right here. When I pull this band, I pull it from underneath the accelerator.
Yeah.
So it's starting like right here, right? Yeah. So if you think it's heavy now, Imagine how heavy it is the other way. So turn this way. Because also, I've noticed, you're always better in deadlift and all the pulls with the hooks facing you.
Okay.
Okay? So when you load it, have the hooks facing you.
Okay.
It'll grip better in your hand.
Okay.
All right? So grip it with your palms and then rotate them. Like turn them. Then turn here. Get tight back here. Pull yourself tight. Now start pushing the floor away a bit with your legs. Feel that tension?
Yeah.
You think you go get all the way up? No. Doesn't feel like it even wants to move. Don't jerk it. Just start slowly digging into it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it, right? You see how heavy that is?
Yeah.
And now imagine putting it under there.
Oh my.
And then people say, oh, but that, no, it just looks easy watching it. Because that's the thing with bands. They're deceptive. People, if you see weights, you can understand, well, that's heavy.
Yeah.
When you see bands, you go, oh, any fool, if that fool can do it. But it'll break your back.
Yeah.
If you're not preparing yourself properly to set yourself straight. So you see how you did that? You held the position, you felt what? That's exactly how you want to be. You want to feel, okay, I'm in control here. I'm able to pull. You should be able to fail properly.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. People fail. They go out of the way to go. No. You have to know, am I feeling that I'm able to stay here and tight and not lose? Okay, if I can lift it, you can lift it, but you failed right. Not break your back, failing. You see what I'm saying? Okay, so now here, we're gonna do, with that one, you're gonna notice that your hands feel a lot better.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting shocked. Definitely. That makes
A huge difference because you're able to dig
Yeah.
into that knurling and it stays there, right? So
Yeah.
that's, remember, grab like that, then twist your hand, get tight. And then what I want you to do is, right from the side is, okay, you want to be as much as possible here, like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
You notice I'm not trying to squat the weight up, which is what a lot of people do. So pull yourself tight, push the floor, and squeeze in between your this, right?
Right.
Back down, turn back down, squeeze in between. Now you're tall, because I normally would either shorten this a little bit,
Yeah.
so that I get a little more tension. So you're gonna be fine, because what you want is a little bit more like from right here, so you're able to be a little bit more bent down.
Yeah.
But what you want is to push that floor away.
Okay.
Remember, what I'm not doing is this. Look, I'm not doing this, which is pulling with my upper back.
Yeah.
My back is set tight, and the only thing that's happening is I'm hinging up and squeezing with my this, right?
Yeah.
This is only pulling, the arms are only holding this against my body and holding the bar, right? I'm in no moment trying to do this. I'm not trying to pull up here. I'm pushing the floor away with my legs, all right? So the hands are just holding the bar. Get tight. Now, you wanna, your legs have to be a little, your knees have to be a little further back. Bring that bar, bring your legs in a little bit closer and point them a little out. Squeeze your back tight. Bring yourself. Now, rotate like this. Now from there, squeeze the floor away, push the floor away through your heels, and leave this really close to your legs. Ready? Really close, let it slide close to your legs. Right back up. And feel it all back there. Wow, it feels tight back there. Don't lean forward. Let your ass go back. In other words, don't tip forward. Let your ass go back. Feel it back there. You see how you're leaning forward? You're being pulled forward. Stay back. Push your ass back. Push your ass back. No, but you see, your hands have to stay tight. Never bend your hands. Leave them straight. Let's drop one band. Let's drop it to the white. I want you to get better control and do the movement more. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to drop it to the white and I'm going to loop it once. So you have a little more tension at the bottom, right? A little more range. But your hamstrings were tight, really good. But what you want to avoid is the extreme forward lean, like being pulled forward. I'm going to show you what you were doing. Look at it from the side. and what you want to avoid. You were very much like this. Look, you were here, right? So you're pulling from up here. Even though you're pulling here, right? You want to be. See? Look, my ass goes back. You notice that the bar is going straight up and down.
Okay.
I'm not going here. You're trying to go here. You have to let yourself go back and just hinge. Let the hinge bring that bar back. The bar's going straight up and down. Look at my arms. They're going straight up and down. You see them?
Right.
They're not here. I'm not pulling forward. Slide your feet more forward, as far forward as possible. Keep yourself here. Keep yourself like, wait, lift your ass a bit, right there, like that. Get tight, rotate your hands. Pull this tight, pull your lats tight. Move straight up and bring those arms straight down like that. Squeeze back down the same way, right there, right there. Let your ass go back down and go up. When you get past the knees, right, you let your ass sit down a bit. So down, 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 down. Now here, you go down, but turn your hands, keep them straight. Keep your hands straight. There you go. Push, 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 push the floor away. You don't want to have anything in your pockets, which is what's throwing you off a bit, because you're trying to avoid your pockets. Because your pockets are full of stuff, you see?
Yeah.
You don't want to have that in your pockets. Don't lean forward, let yourself go back. There you go. Up, 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 up. Squeeze. Go down, go down, go down. Once you get the knees, then you can lower the hips. Lower the hips a bit. Not your hands stay straight. You let yourself shift down a bit. Squeeze through, squeeze. There you go. Remember, you just work on it to get the right feel. But definitely don't put nothing in your pockets, because the pockets, you're having to move your hands forward to avoid that stuff and get stuck in your pockets. You see what's happening there? You don't want that. You want to drag it down your leg. Nice push. Definitely did you see what you're doing there? You don't want that lean and the bend in the arm. You want the arms to stay straight. Arms stay straight, but look at your ass where it's at. You're not pushing yourself back. Arms straight. Arms straight. There you go. Push into the floor. Straight arms. Push, push, push the floor away. How's your back feel right now?
Good.
All right. See, the thing is that you're leaning so far forward that eventually you're going to tire out your lower back. Again, you're trying to avoid this, and that's the problem. You see that right there? Now you want it to go, stick your ass back. This stays, no, but don't bend forward. You got to stick your ass back. Can you see the difference?
Yeah.
When you stick your ass back, don't fall forward. Just let that bar sit. Everybody has to learn this a lot of times. Yeah, I'm going to show you again what you were doing, because this happens to everybody. But first, don't have nothing in your pocket unless you really, because you're going up, but then on your way back down, you have to go like this, right? You have to go like, because the pocket is full of stuff, right? But here's what you're doing, which is, you notice how I'm falling forward?
Yeah.
Watch. My arm's gonna go straight down. Understand the difference?
Yeah.
Straight down, straight down, straight down, straight down. And the more I could drag this bar straight up my legs, right back down, the better. All right? I realize that that's scraping the shit out of my legs, right? I don't care. The more it scrapes the shit out of your legs, the better. All right? Because you want, especially with heavy tension, the bar to be as close to you as possible. With this light tension, it doesn't matter, right? Mm-hmm. But once you start lifting heavy, that bar better be next to you. Because if that bar is here, it's gonna break your back. Yeah. Simple as that. Just 1 inch forward with heavy tension is enough it'll ruin your back. So you have to be able to learn since the beginning to stay there, straight up and down. You never hear with heavy tension, because now your lower back is gonna have to pull that. So you want to practice going like that, like just staying there. So, how does your hamstrings feel?
Good.
Feeling good?
Yeah,
And the shock definitely helped, right? Your hands,
Yeah. Oh.
it's like a big difference.
Yeah,
You're not
getting
worried
it.
about your break.
Getting it right away.
Exactly. Get that right away. You want to do another set, or you're good? You want to try? You want to?
I want to work on the form a little bit.
Yes. Let's work on the form a little, because look, in the beginning with this light tension, nothing's gonna happen if you do 2 or 3 sets, right? It doesn't matter. It's not gonna hurt you badly. The only thing that's gonna happen is that you're gonna work on the form and get a little more better execution. In the beginning, I prefer people to practice a bit. You gotta practice the form. You ain't doing no, even though you get tired with this is not max rep for your strength level. It really isn't. It is not affecting you in a way that's gonna, oh my gosh, I'm dying. It isn't gonna happen. But what I do want is that you practice that form, get used to it. So make sure you drag it up those legs. You see where you start? Look where you're starting. The bar has to be already starting like next to your leg. Bring those feet in closer. In your case, right there, right there, right there, next to your leg. Now, get set here. No, don't bring this down. I said get set here. Pull here. Now slide it up your leg. Slide it up your leg. Like you were shaping your leg. Slide, slide, squeeze, squeeze through, hinge through. Now slide it right back down your leg. Right back down your leg. Once you get here, drop this. Drop here. There you go. And leave your arms just like that. Just like that. Just like that straight. Squeeze, squeeze your ass. Now let it slide right back your legs. Feel it sliding. Now let it drop a bit. Here. Not your arms. Your hips drop. Your waist. There you go. But not falling forward. Just let it sit down. Slide, 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 slide. Slide it down, slide it down, slide it down. Just for an effect. Squeeze up, push the floor away. There you go. Let it slide, let it slide. What we're talking about is just for it to come straight down. Now you can let your hips drop a bit. Not, you see how when you drop your hips, you turn your arms? What I'm saying is do this. Look, look. I'm going to get here. It's all one fluid motion. Here, in a fluid motion. Not with your arms bending. You know? Just working on that trick. Staying, don't worry about this, just stays all the time tight. Let your hinge move. The thing is that you're out of time with your hinge once you get there. But when you practice it, it'll, once you turn it on, you'll see, you see how you want to turn your hands. Your hands have to stay holding that bar only, straight, and you let your hinge lower. It's hard to get at first, but it's okay. You practice it up, you're bending your hands. You're thinking, here's what you're doing. Look, look, look. Here's what you're doing. What happens is, it's almost like when people will squat. When people can no longer get down, right? They do this. They physically turn themselves forward to bring down the bar. The idea is not the bar up here when you're holding it and going like this is not what you want. What you're trying to do is bring down this and actually get down here. Your form's still here. What people do is, instead of going to parallel, they literally force themselves forward and think, well, I brought the bar lower. But yeah, you hurt your back doing it. So what you're doing right here is, you're doing a lot of, once you get here, then you go like this. Then your hips come down. No. And I didn't tell you to do this.
Yeah.
Once you get here, hips drop a bit. You see what I'm saying? Look at my incline. It's still the same. Yeah. Right? Hinge through, hinge drop. Hinge through, hinge drop. But it's all in one fluid motion. Not get here and then do this. This is why people bend their arms. You see them do this.
Yeah.
You're not, then what's happening is you're no longer moving with your hips. You're doing it with your arms. It stays here tight. Through. 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 Fluid motion. Do 3 like that, and then we'll go on to the next move. Before you kill yourself. Get tight. Again, you see, the bar is always over midline. So you gotta pull yourself, squeeze your feet forward, set yourself up already where midline of the feet. Okay, now turn your elbows in, get tight, push the floor away. In one fluid motion, hinge forward, come back down, let it, your hips drop a bit, not your arms. There you go. Pull up, squeeze, 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 squeeze. Don't let your hands go forward. Up. Let it slide down, 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 but your ass has to go back in order for that to happen. Up. You squeeze good. Your hands. You notice? You want to do a stiff leg. That's what you're doing. You got to really work on your hinging. Because look at your hands again. You see where they're at? Okay, let's stop because you're already tired. Now you know what to work out at home. Even with the bar by itself. Or with the if you have the really light bands, you just work the form with that. Just so you can practice squeezing through. Nah. It'll take you like 2 weeks of practicing it the right way. And keep your head in line with your body. Like in line. When you're at the bottom, in line. Because if not, what you want to do is pull up with your neck and it's going to sprain your neck. You do understand what I'm trying to tell you, right?
Yeah.
Of the movement, of even if my hands, you see? Imagine if I had a bar up or something holding the bar and my hands were just here, my hands just stay, all the movement is happening here. Nothing is happening here, my hands just stay here, like straight down. It's just hanging here. Movement, the whole thing happens at the legs, at your hips. But see, you're falling forward, you're not hinging back. You're doing this, you're not hinging back. You see the look, I'm letting myself drop. And squeeze back there. Little bit by little bit, you're gonna feel it.
You're gonna stretch my legs out. Tight.
Yeah, they have to be tight. Okay, what do you do bench row with? What do you do bench row with?
White, purple, back and forth.
Okay, let's try this one. It's basically the same position. Do you do like this or like this?
Like this.
That's fine. Whichever method feels most comfortable for you, that is fine.
They're both actually comfortable.
So here, if we're like this, again, just get tight and just pull, squeeze, back down. Don't go all the way here, just stay like right there.
Okay.
Squeeze, like that. So get yourself set. Pull your legs back a bit. Pull yourself up a little bit more. Tight. You're already at tension. Then from there, start pulling. Touch. Come back down. Up. Pull your ass up a bit more. Stand up a bit. There you go. Keep your chest out. There you go. Let your hands hang down a bit. Let it go more. Let it go more. Let your hands stretch out more.
It's get loose.
Okay, what you need to do is you gotta move up your hips. More up and stand yourself up more.
Yeah.
Also, when you're doing this one, flare your elbows out a bit more. Now pull, squeeze. And now go like that. When you're doing this one, the elbows could be more in. When you're doing this one, you gotta let your elbows flare out and pull you back. You see that? There you go. Let them flare out on the way down. All right? Because what happens is this one allows you to pull more inside. This position, if you try to pull like this, you're really working here. If you pull too much in, you're working a lot here. You gotta let this position, the only way to effectively pull this, you notice that your elbows are gonna be pointing out. They're gonna point out and squeeze back. You see what I'm saying? They do like a rotation, right? Because of the hand position. If you pull like this, a lot of it's gonna be your forearm. You're gonna get really tired here because you're constricted in the movement with this hand position. With this hand position, there could be more in because of the position.
Yeah.
Here you gotta go like almost like doing this to your back. You see it? And again, it's all the back doing this, right? Your hands are just holding that bar, but it's hard to do this it doesn't let you move. You won't pull so much because it traps you. So you have to, see that? See the difference? Like that, right? Let it, like that. It'll feel a little bit more natural.